ẹ kú dédé àsìkò yìí ẹ sì káàbọ̀ sórí ètò ọmọ Oòduà tó ń dé sójú ìwòran yín o láti iléeṣẹ́ ìkànnì Wo TV níbi tá a ti ń dábẹ́ ọdún tá a ti ń rọ̀ bí òwe bó jẹ́ pé ọba náà ló kó fórè fàkùkọ tiwa o ẹ kú bójú ọjọ́ ti rí báwọn lọ́dọ̀ yín lọ́hùn ajé ti gbogbo ajẹ sọ́jà yín ti ta wàràwàrà torí pé tó dá mi lójú náà ni pé ọmọ ẹ̀ta ní kọ́kọ́ ta o kí gbogbo ọmọ ẹranko tó tà pátá àdúrà mi ni pé ajé àfilẹ̀ gbogbo wa sílé ògúngún sọ bòjá fọ̀dẹ̀dẹ́gbọ́ ṣe gbogbo àwa òkùnkùn ní báláyé fọwọ́ tayé gẹ́gẹ́ tó ètò ọ̀hún náà ló tún balẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ wàrà òjò sójú rẹ̀ yìí àwa wùn mí kẹbà wá pèrè fìdí àbẹ máa fìdí tí a pèrè mọ́lẹ̀ kákọ́ lágbàmì ètò tòní ká máa bá kíní ọ̀bọ̀ bàdí ṣe máa ń ṣe gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìṣe tiwa tẹ́tí mọ̀ wá mọ̀ lánàá kó tó dùn ní. àdìgbò lódodo ràwọ̀ yín náà rèé lórí ètò tòní bó bá ti wáyé gun ó máa ń yọ rẹ ni bó bá ti yá yẹn tẹ̀lé mi ẹja lọ lórí ètò tòní kájọ mọ bí kíní ọ̀hún kájọ mọ bó ti fẹ́ rí. ẹ máa bá mi láìkì o ẹ dẹ̀ máa ṣíà kẹ́ ẹ máa bá mi subscribe ẹ jẹ́ kí wọ́n gbọ́ wa láké kí wọ́n gbọ́ wa lóko káwọn tó wá rògbò àga náà má bọ́ kí wọ́n bomi ọgbọ́n mu ń bẹ̀ torí pé ètò ọgbọ́n rèé níbẹ̀ náà láti jọ ń fúnra wa lómi ọgbọ́n mu ó ti yá ẹja tẹ̀síwájú lórí ètò tòní.
I was saying, you know, the practice of arresting children, in Nigeria is immense. Even when me go a day inside Banti, there were children in the cell. 14, 15, 16-year-old boys. When I even come outside, I talk about one boy where I named seven guns. I mean, give her 7 guns because the arrestor, what was his crime? So he gets 7 toy guns inside his bag. Maybe he and his friends won't go play police and thieves. You know? But anyway, it was inside the cell. It was inside the cell. You know? So, the practice of Nigeria arresting its children not be today. Anyway, back to the story. Me, I can't give you like this OT. Now, fella gave me this OT, you know. So that arrest, you know what it mean? I say NDLA can't raid Kalakuta. You know what that kind of thing means? The amount of Igbo in Kalakuta. They pack heaps of Igbo. Heaps and heaps. Bags of Igbo. Bag upon bag of weed. Bag upon bag. Now the guy carry then the NDLA carry come off our house. So when they come the parade fella, you know, they put all the Igbo for in front. This Igbo must have reached like 200 kilograms of Igbo. All the Igbo in the park of fella front. They call all the journalists and they wear fella handcuff for hand. You know, fella wear handcuff. Plenty go everywhere, left, right, and center, up, down. Bama, he named the Oga of NDLA that time. He was so proud of himself. You know, say, in the disgrace fella, so proud. You know, say, look at him, look at all this hard drug we have found in his house. This is the man you people say is your hero. All the journalists say, I want one day. It's all me they begin to swear for him. Say, how can you anchor fella? How can you, all the bastard journalists, that since that time, they don't like brown envelope. You see, not saying all these social media people now spoil media. Media don't spoil itself. That's why we man believe in social media past media. The reason why people believe in social media more than media is that media don't spoil itself before social media come aside to assist her to die finally. All of them begin to take fella picture. How can you have all this? And they turn. So fella, what do you have to say for yourself? And they tell that today, me, I they use this OT till today. yalla yeah, but they fall their hand. He go fall hard. He's a hand faller. As they just finish all the noise, they say, so fella, what do you have to say? Fella say, what do I have to say like how? Nah, bomb. My G, nah, bomb. Another Tony. I don't know if you go home like this OT way. But nah, bomb. All of their hand fall down. All hand fall. See, like saying arm wrestling, hands fell. Hands fell. Left, right. Let's say they do arm wrestling with themselves. All arm down. All arms down. With his chest up, his chin up, full of pride like the African king that he was. On ease, motherfucker. Now, he just look on the straight in the eye. Nah, bomb. Because if una they shout all these shout for Igbo, which one una go shout if una see bomb? Una they mad ni. Una they mad ni. So now so one day police arrest me for Ghana. I just they come from airport too. I don't know, I don't lose guard. I think I did for Lagos, you know. Who won't stop my car for Lagos? You know, waiting the happen. Lagos, in Lila. Almost when they stop my car for Ghana, the driver just park. Oh more. Now where I keep my Igbo, the police just go straight. Just carry my Igbo outside. Say, hey, what is this? I tell you, it be this Igbo for you. It be this way you carry. Just call all the friends, call. Hey, he get hey. They talk all those, they are Ghana English. So they shout, you will get to jail. You will get to jail. I just look at it like this. Nah, bomb. All of them have fall. They begin negotiate immediately. Immediately, negotiation just start. Say, okay, now my brother Charlie, you know, we are all brothers. We are all brothers in Africa. We don't have to do this to ourselves. I beg you know the usual. That OT. None of them threaten you. If they don't make all their noise video, God, wait till you happen. Nah, bomb. A lady, yo. I didn't tell you, fella too much. Fella too much, I beg. I beg. Don't even go there. Don't even go there. Somebody here say, you pay bribe. I thought say I pay bribe. I say we just do ourselves, normal, and I go. You can decide. You can decide what normal is for you. I just say we do ourselves, normal. You know, shall go. Yeah, so make I give now on the gist of the day, another Tony. Say federal government of Nigeria, una see how they build road, abi? Una see how they build road, not be round mountain. You don't have to go round the mountain. You don't have to use the road and climb the mountain. You can just go through the mountain. Makayoboye. Hallelujah, somebody. Just go through the mountain, you know? At least we get one tunnel for Lagos, for that Maryland, Millennium. Nigeria. Sometimes we are shameless. Overpass, bridge overpass. This is Millennium Tunnel. Tunnel is tunnel. Even though this tunnel is only 1 meter, tunnel is tunnel. In fact, it's not only tunnel, it's democracy tunnel. I mean, they call it tunnel. Democracy tunnel. I mean, you can get one day for that Maryland. You know. So yeah. First of all, let's look in the house. Let me first look ourselves for house. You know, I don't tell you this thing before. Many parents, many of us for Africa believe say it's good parenting when we abuse our children with beating, punishment. We don't understand that this is not how you train children, with punishments, with beatings. This lesson, let me give you the historical context of why we treat our children like this. The missionaries, right, and the Arabs that came to teach the first Arabs, Muslims, the first Christians, Africans, the first African Christians, the first African Muslims, they were racist. Do you understand that these Arabs and these Christians that came, they were racist? They thought they were training monkeys. My grandfather, right? My father never talked much about his great-grandfather because I think he did not meet his grandfather. I mean, he did not talk much about my great-grandfather to me. But Fela talked a lot about his father to me. You know, when we born, Fela talked a lot about his childhood to me, you know. Because when I asked him why he did some things he was doing, because my dad was so special for me, man. You know, like, Fela was an incredible dad. When I think about it, like the kind of dad he was to me, you know. And when we talk about it, you know, it tells me about his dad. A lot about his dad. And my father's father was a monster, bro. My grandfather, monster. My papa said the day when Papa died was the happiest day of his life. Imagine how you must have terrorized your child. That when you died was the happiest day of that child's life. Thank you. Somebody don't tell me the Independence Tunnel. Independence Tunnel. No, I don't. Wait, am I still on this live? You know, so Mona know what about that one I watch for that film. You know that look familiar film. You know, say we know say Nigeria and I like love story. But I no go like make pastor be bad man. I go like say as he be pastor na good man. So we just change in character for the film for now. Because that's movie. We just we change the character. Make for sweet too now. But Papa say when the mama they fight Alaki of Oyo, it be like say Alaki of Egba, it be like say my papa na he fight for house. Now for 10 years they did not speak after that struggle. After that struggle, the man apparently did not speak to the woman again. As in good terms.
Yeah.
You know. The man wasn't such a grand guy, as people say. Anyway, but that is also my parents, the man, because that is how they trained him. That's how he was training his children, with serious beating. So you see, Africa no get our culture. I want to give you the reason why Nigeria and Africa still treats its children like this. It is not an African thing to beat your child, though. Spare the rod and spoil the child. It is not an African proverb. Spare the rod and spoil the child is not an African proverb. In our culture, historically, as I was saying, our culture, I was going to lose the train of thought. Historically, for African culture, many of the professions, many of the so-called jobs that exist, did not exist in our culture. These jobs that we do today did not exist. For example, job like teacher. There was no job like Lukoni, this one might be teacher. The whole community was the teacher. And Africans were highly educated because of that. You understand? Except you're now going to specialized learning in the advanced esoterics of spirituality, of physics, of mathematics in ancient Africa. So you think that bad, but you want to be like, you know, in this learning esoteric mysteries. Yes, then you can still get extra tutelage. But in the general knowledge that we all had of life, there was no classroom where anybody they go school, go learn. No such thing. But there's no African child that time that will not tell you the name of every plant in his environment. Not only tell you the name of every plant, he will tell you what that plant can do, the history of that plant, the ancestral name of that plant. He knows, every African child that time knows his history to maybe 20 generations deep. You understand? He can recite his own history for you, 20 generations, every name of every member of his family that came before him, what they did, what happened in the town, the history of his town. He can tell you 200 years history. Every single child, adult, young adult in Africa. You understand? Because our education was so advanced. The educational system in Africa was so advanced, you know. But then we encountered slavery, encountered colonialism that began to change our cultures. So these jobs started to come, these professions started to come into being. A profession, let's say you want to be a lawyer. No lawyer for Yoruba land now. Which one be lawyer? Everybody knew the law. Because our law was righteous law, just law. Law tied to morality and spirituality. Law tied to humanity and nature. This will not be legal law. This was law for the sake of justice. It different from legal law. Legal law is not about justice, so it's about legality. African law was just. You know, so there were no lawyers in Africa. So this job of being a lawyer, that's why we know the first lawyer in Nigeria, F.R. Williams. That's his name. Rotimi Williams. That was the first lawyer. That's why Africa has. That's why we get the first. Who is the first lawyer in Europe? You can never know. Who is the first doctor in Europe? You can never know, because it is in their culture. Just the way we don't know who the first babalawo in Nigeria is, because that's our culture. You cannot, because we've always been doing it. But in Africa, we must have first to do this, first to do that, first this one, first general, first major, first this one, because we begin learning recently. You understand? We begin learning. It is not part of us. That's why we have the first. That's why we know the first. We know who the first is. So in this, they are learning of law. For example, they were trained by these missionaries. These missionaries went training all these people, the Ajayi Crowders, all these people, my grandfather, went training them. They were training them like animals. They were whipping them, punishing them, being harsh on them, scraping their head, you know, all sort of inhumane treatment from a place of racism, that they were monkeys, they were subhuman. They didn't think that they were human, but they are training monkeys. You know what they... So now these people, learning from these Europeans and these Arabs like this, thought that that is how you teach and train people. So as they were beginning to dominate our society, creating their... Where they first begin flog us. Now inside those schools now, inside our school, they begin first wipe us anyhow. You are in a place of knowledge that you cannot even question. If you ask your teacher a question for class, why? Why do you think that is? Europeans are allowed to ask questions in class, but you are a monkey. Just shut up and listen. Anything you say is an insult, is you talking to a human. How dare you talk to a human? You are incomplete. Because to us, even to us as Africans, if you don't have Western education, you are not human being to any African. Even Africans don't consider, they'll say you are illiterate. That illiterate word, what does it mean that this person is illiterate? Is he illiterate in his African language? Because the person can speak his African language now. He's literate in his African language. It's because he cannot speak, he's not literate in Oyibo language. You see, the person is illiterate immediately. Meaning that this person cannot literize, cannot comprehend, cannot speak, cannot be literary, cannot be numeric. So we ourselves, we don't see somebody as human if the person is not Western cultural indoctrination, which is what we call education. Western cultural indoctrination. If you have not gone through it, people look at you like shit, like sea monkey. Look at this illiterate. Look at this. You don't understand? So that is the same way Europeans were training us. That shut up, you cannot speak until you have learned how to speak. You understand? How dare you question me when you have not become human? Wait till I make you human before you can even ask question. And even at that, your question cannot even be relevant, because it's not an original question. It's a question that is coming from what my culture is telling you to ask me. Not what your culture cannot question me. You must question me based on from the point of view of my own culture. That's why, for me, one of the greatest human beings that has ever lived, and I'm happy she's still alive with us, and the ancestors have deemed me lucky enough to know her personally and call her my cosmic mother, Marimba Ani. She is the first person, that in the literal world, in the world of literature, of writing, that questioned European culture from an exclusively African perspective, without fear or favor, stood on her Africanness and questioned every aspect of European culture and poked holes in everything. In fact, she destroyed it. That's why I tell everybody, if you have not read Yurugu, anybody that has not read Yurugu is still colonized. Until you read Yurugu, you are not yet decolonized. You cannot tell me. Until you have read Yurugu, you are still colonized. Your brain is still inside their box. I read Yurugu, I was 34. At that time, I was already Pan-Africanist to the core. I thought me colonized. I thought my brain was free. When I read Yurugu, first chapter, I first get headache for like 4 hours. I can never forget the experience when I started reading Yurugu. When I started reading that book, when people say the spirit is a demon, exorcising a demon out of you, say say demon possessed person, you can't go watch it, they come out demon. That's what they do for church. When they say they come out demon, where you go they shake, where you go they cough, where you go they sweat, where you go they come out for your nose, where you go they shake like this. That's Yurugu. Exorcise the demon of colonialism out of my body. As in me, God, I don't know say this thing is that insidious. And all the place where they hide, all the place where you just stay, where you say you go to say, I'm the one that is thinking. It's me, I'm the one thinking. Look at me, I'm the lie. They don't program the thinking there. Now you look at me remove all those bolts. In fact, I see they remove some bolts till now. Because so hidden. You just say, so you said still day here. Now wow, you begin lose them again. Very bad. Very bad. Very bad, bro. Colonialism is a bad thing. It's a terrible thing. So now from that place we learn how to behave to our children. That's why even in many Christian and Muslim homes in Nigeria, and 99% of the homes in Nigeria are Christian and Muslim. 99%. And they tell you, even Babalawo, the way I know, they be Muslim. I know many Babalawo will be Muslim. So the fact that the home is traditional has still not freed that home from Arabic. Nigeria is the use of Islam. Islam is very powerful if you are using it to conquer. To move and conquer, it is powerful. But when it just sits idle and is not doing anything, it turns inward. It turns inward. No Arab colonized Africa. Go and read your history. No single Arabic person spread Islam for Africa. Now African kings we won't conquer, the empire builders of old Africa. Ali Soni, Mansa Musa senior brother. You don't understand? Even to the recent one of Usman Danfodio. You understand? These were the men that spread Islam in Africa as a weapon of conquering many kingdoms. These men used Islam as a tool in conquering and then spread them all over Africa. You know. Anyway, the essence of our relationship with our children, the dynamics of the relationship with our children in Africa has to change. It has to change. Now, our children in many of their homes cannot talk to their parents. If the parent is talking, I mean, we go watch, we even make fun of it. They'll say, if you want to die, if your mother talk, make you talk back. In African home, I see they watch and one day, when I won't get, they say 5 things, it was on Instagram, 5 things that can kill you in an African home. Why should African children be feeling like they can die inside their home? Why should we be feeling that there's something inside the house that we are supposed to call home that can hurt us gravely if we misbehave? Just because we misbehave, the house we call home can hurt us. So how can we expect any better from the world? Now, don't get me wrong. Discipline must be there. A child must be disciplined. But the question is, why must we discipline our children through dehumanization and humiliation and pain? Are those the only ways to discipline children? I was 10 times more scared of my father than I was of my mother. And let me not say I was scared of my father. I wasn't scared of him. I was scared of disappointing him. But you see my mother, I was praying every day for ways I could use to disappoint her. And she they beat me. Nah, she they beat me pass. My papa never beat me before. Fella never raised his hand. Okay, one time he beat me because I beat my sister up. And I say, you can't be fighting your sister. Then he beats me. But apart from that, fella never raised his own hand to beat me before. I'm here the year word for house. Don't go out. Just stay house, JJ. And he's Mutu they do gangster rebel. Me they do gangster rebel when I small. Me she gangster rebel. He tell the meeting she gangster rebel to me. You know, all these children living in Nigeria are scared of their homes, bro. We are scared of our parents the way we are scared of the police, the way we are scared of armed robbers. Children, I'm not meaning to say we will be, we are children. How can your parents put so much fear when everything they should just put in you is love? That once that love is established, your child will never want to disappoint you. Once you genuinely love that child, converse with that child, do things with that child, make that child know that it's a human being. Put it on that pedestal. Let it know that it is responsible for that pedestal that it is on. It is responsible for it. That you are on a pedestal that you are responsible for in this house. But no, we'd rather the way slave masters treat slaves. That collective PTSD that we all have from slavery and colonization. That even our government do not know how to run our society without unleashing the force of brutality and corporal punishment on us. We now we do unto children, and so police and so that they do unto us for our side. Government is the parent of us. We are the parent of our children. The way we do our children for house, so government said they do us for our side. You know. So that's why really I think there's a direct correlation with the way we treat our children in the house as Nigerians, with the way we allow our country to be corrupt. Because fixing our country is sacrifice for us. That's why the children themselves don't like us. That's why our children, because they know, see, if we like them, we cannot put Nigeria like that. We will build a future for them. The children know. Children are not stupid. That's why they don't like you. That's why you talk to them, they don't want to hear. That's why whatever you tell them to do, they don't want to do it. They know you don't care about them. If you care about them, where is the investment in their future? Where is the tangible thing they can hold on to? They know, say all these things are mouth that they make. All that school owner, they send them. Now so that now official now reason to beat them. Oh, pass test, fear. Oh, pass exam, fear. Yeah. Not be say you want to send and go school. That's another reason to beat. Another reason. Because if you even care about the school, is that a school? Say school here. Jamaladin, they don't talk, say if you talk again, make her pursue you for this live. So you don't do for warning, be that. Now me they drive. I they pick my teeth with one hand. Yeah. I hold phone with the other hand. I they take my prick. Now my prick I take they drive. I they take my prick, turn the steering. Oh more. I have the. Are you not seeing it? Are you not in the car? Can't you see what I'm doing here? Why are you doing as if you cannot see what I'm doing? See toothpick here. Phone did this hand here. I wanted to drive again. If not be with my prick. Now my prick, I think they move the car, man. Oh more. Some idiot said I'm driving and doing live. Like I said, you know that's what I'm doing. I'm picking my teeth with one hand. I'm holding the camera with another hand, and I'm using my penis to guide and ride and So, that being said, this our distrust and hate and lack of regard for our children. I know we really the distrust. The way government, the way we distrust our government is the way our children to distrust us. As in the relationship is too similar. The relationship between Nigeria and the people and the parents and children is too similar. It is just similar. It's just too similar. That's why you now have a lawyer. I forgot. I won't. What will be that man name? This lawyer, because I won't call his name. I want to call their name for all this my life, because people will see it in the You are not the generation that will come and lie to your children that you did something. Ancestors don't fall on our hand. Your children will go to your social media page that time. They will look this. Papa, you don't do anything. Mama, you know what you do that time? You say, well, Mama, you don't do anything. I don't see your social media. You there for club, you dey dance. You dey do TikTok viral video. I see you, mother. We can't give you slap. Hot slap. Tie you. Nothing I go feel lie. The way on our parents they lie now. How everybody, I say suddenly now I don't grow everybody in a fella fan. Everybody just love fella for Nigeria. I can't they wonder, say, where are those people? Where they stigmatize me when I go? Where all these stigmata? Where are the stigmatizers? So one of my friends Tunde Longe, I can never forget that one. Now every day for primary school, your father is smoking the go, your father is smoking the go. Until me and I can't begin smoke the go for Kalakuta. Me and I can't grow, can't they smoke it go together? FIFA. I gotta say, see yourself? See yourself? See yourself? See yourself now. And when we spot that time, parents, stop brainwashing your kids. Stop brainwashing your kids. I'm telling you, this today, this boy, what was one day, you know, my dad, they give us rings. Or they will get ring for hand. Our ring was in school, but not be normal ring. Oruka, protection ring, health ring, all those things. My dad gave us, you know. Yeah, I had like 4 in my hand. Anyway, one day, Jesus Christ just possessed you'll be wearing all these children to school. He just come on my ring. Knock out for ground. Jesus Christ. This my car. Somebody said to me, this car. Now from primary school, I don't get this car. I fall where they play police and thief. I can never forget. I fell down. I was playing police and police and thief. I be cops and I be catcher. Now police and thief. They don't arrest all my guys. The police, they don't catch them. Only me remain. I don't sneak. I don't let reach the prison. You know, remember that police and thief now? Well, if you don't reach the prison, they just release all the prisoners will come outside. Don't break them out. As I want do one kind sharp turning running to enter the prison side where we use for prison for playground. I just draw one stone they ground, my head just hit the stone. Oh man, I saw this place burst open. Yeah, that's what happened. I swear down. Yeah, this is my Anyway, so yesterday I did watch this lawyer. If you now watch the video, as the lawyer they blow that stupid lie, the lawyers with them back, they say, oh my God. Now, Nigerian professionals, you know, Nigerian professionals is important. No, now wait 1 second. And they always tell you, say, now they spoil this country. Now they spoil this country. That's why I go sit down for that in a private sector, so-called private sector. What are they call them? When I go there that in the private sector, they enable public destruction. When I go there that they enable public destruction. How can a professional, how can a grown man? Is that the kind of jobs that you people want to do? Say one thing no day where they beneath you now for Nigeria. And now that it don't happen now. Nigerian Bar Association never come outside. Call that man for disciplinary action. what that lawyer did in front of the whole world, is it ethical? Is it ethical? Is it an ethical behavior? Because next thing you know now, they will go sue Seun for court because Seun call out lawyer, say you know do your work well. They'll say Seun, you don't make the lawyers come and talk, say you are destroying our profession. You are destroying our profession. What is this nonsense? Nigerian Bar Association is supposed to call that man for disciplinary hearing. Nothing of such will happen. He's just doing his job. That's what they will all say. I'm just doing my job. They go sit down for inside bank. They launder the money of Nigerians. They help these corrupt bastards. I'm just doing my job. They go there inside school. They corrupt students. They rape students. They take money to give grades. You go won't call them out. I'm just doing my job. Everybody for Nigeria just doing their job. Just doing their job. Just doing their job. Police judge when they say may he can't judge those kind of children. He no get what he go tell you nothing. What he be the, I'm just doing my job. Everybody is just doing their job. And if everybody is really just doing their job, why our country is spoil? Why our country is spoil? Penis is 1 meter long. 1 meter, fam. That means taller than me. No. Almost as tall as me. A whale's penis is 1 meter long. What the hell is that? Now, not only that, the penis can move like this. If you control it. If I get that kind of prick, I know they do music. Now porno film I go they do. Porn film. Before I do it, my prick will first do break dance. I first take my prick do break dance for the girl. Slap her face.
That'll be your entry.
And my prick will just slap the girl face by itself.
Is it allowed on live?
Yes, no. So far I don't show my prick the slap face on live. I can say it.
Sammy, are you here?
Yeah. No. Somebody don't come say I no update or thank God. Mokuna wait, the saga is not over. May I go thank you now? Make I never see my bag. They say they don't see them, so I'm waiting, but I never collect it. Once I receive it, of course I'm coming online to thank the people, because without you, I would have been naked. You know. So I they wait, they never give me. So back to this our issue of Nigeria where they talk. Is there not, which day they will send on one message, these so-called professionals of Nigeria, which day they will send on a message, one will say, I know for this kind of message, I know for do it. This message, I can't do it. I said that this Nigeria they say, they pay journalists, David Udeyi, make it right say that they make car for Nigeria. He said right say that they make car for Nigeria. But I don't say, I say, he get it. People consider their children. We are failing our children on an immense level in Nigeria. We are failing them, forgetting that they're hungry. Forget all those shit. We are failing them because they are behind all the other children of the world. African children are behind all the other children in the world. Even the rich people's children.
But they don't carry government.
What do they have? Are they going to go and take those people's country from them? Knowledge that you cannot implement, is that knowledge? Knowledge you cannot implement, is that knowledge? The relationship with Nigeria's children with Nigeria and our children is so bad that Nigeria will graduate thousands of engineers every year. Will be having pothole all over our streets. Cannot give his children the job to fix the pothole. Cannot employ our children. Cannot give. This is a country that everything is destroyed. Our country has millions of children, millions of young people that have been educated in engineering, in accounting, in law, in so many things that this country needs. You know, nation building jobs, not service industry jobs. Because now service or you go want to destroy the life. Just so you have your grandfathers have been slaves, then your great grandfathers were slaves, your grandfathers were colonized. That means slaves in their own country, serving Oyibo man. Now they say you are free. All they want you to do is to serve. Service industry job finish. Hotel everywhere. Gokada job everywhere. Tailor job everywhere. Cake maker job everywhere. Fashion designer everywhere. Servicing of the elite and the whites. Finish. That's what you do. We service them. The richest of us are those that have good contracts to serve these people. It's only service industry jobs. Even though na financial services, it's still a service industry job. So when you small, this is the lifespan of an African. When you small, you carry plate, give your parents, carry plate, go kitchen, serve your parents, carry plate, go kitchen, carry plate back to kitchen, carry plate, go kitchen, carry plate back to kitchen. When you grow up small, you carry five to this office, carry 5 to that office, carry 5 to this office, carry 5 to that office. When you come become an IA small, carry money to this place, carry money to that place, carry money to this place, carry money to that place. Finish. Service. Where is the building of anything? Where is the making? Now our country needs all these lawyers. We need our engineers. And they always use our healthcare as an example. Look at all the doctors we have in Nigeria. Yet our healthcare is rubbish. The more doctors, the more lawyers, the more engineers, the more everything we create, the worse that situation is for us. The more schools we build in Nigeria, the worse education becomes. The more hospitals we build in Nigeria, the worse healthcare becomes. How come? When are we going to answer these fundamental questions? The more schools we build, the more ignorance, the more banks we build, the more poverty. Because we refuse to do anything for our children. The more we refuse. My goodness. Anyway, but as we stay on this thing, we must, how would I put it, reconceptualize our relationship with our children in Nigeria on a holistic level. We must see our children and feel for them. People, they send their children go slow, hold up for middle of road, go they sell things. They run middle of car. Want to go jam down one now, the parent go say you kill my pikin. No, madam, okay, now kill that pikin. possible to start to build a future for all the children of Nigeria. Because now see those children, now see this set of children, so them will scatter this country if we continue like this with them. If we continue this relationship like this set of children, we don't let them know so early how wicked we are. We let them know very early in their life that we are wicked.